Guys, what's up? So I'm back with the polity series. We continue the polity series, and this is the part 2 in the schedules of Constitution of India. We have already dealt with the first six schedules, so please check out the video 1.3. That is the part 1 of schedule presented by an academy. Do not be shy from liking, sharing, and subscribing. See, I keep telling you again and again, you don't do it, and it doesn't look nice. So do like the page and do subscribe to the channel. Do like my page and do let me know your queries, doubts. I'll demolish them. That's a personal guarantee. So this is presented by Roman Saini. See, I've already covered the first 6 schedules in Polity 1.3, so do check that out. I have seen that many people, part 1 will be viewed by 10,000 people, part 2 will be viewed by 6,000 people. So these are the people who are sticking around and they have a better chance of clearing the examination. So please don't be one of them that who leaves the one part of the video and don't watch the other part of the video. Don't do that. I make 2 videos because attention span is very limited. I rarely make any video longer than 20 minutes. The usual length in 15 minutes. That is the ideal attention span. So anyways, we move on. So I was dealing with the point that 7 is heaven. So I've already covered 1 to 6. So 7 is heaven. So just imagine in heaven there is a fight which is going on regarding rules. So lists are created where one on Yamraj can create laws and another Indra can. And the third list is for both, that is the angels and demons. So 7 is heaven. So 7 will be related to list. There are 3 lists, that is a concurrent list, state list and union list. 8 is gate. It means a new gate is being established between borders of India with other nations, but people are fighting over which languages will be used to write their names on. So 8 will be related to official languages. There are 22 of them. 9 is line. So there are various lines that are created in the field by the bonded laborers and under orders of the zamindars, and they have been toiling hard in sun, but suddenly Jawaharlal Nehru and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel comes and abolish it. So it's related to abolition of Panchayati Raj, that is those laws which are present in it, even if they violate fundamental rights. That was right of property back then, so they will not be considered as violative of constitution. 10 is hen. So as soon as hens are released from the vehicle, they run here and they run there till they find a good place, and again they run if they find a better one, something similar to what goes in politics. So 10 is related to anti-defection law, and 11 and 12 we already know. 11 is related to Panchayati Raj, 12 is related to municipalities. Just remember Prime Minister, PM, 11 and 12. So we move forward and we will deal with the 7th schedule. It relates to the division of power between union and state. Very important. See, how does it deal with that is, it creates 3 lists. One list is under union list, 100 subjects are present, earlier 97, so it increased. Here you will see it decreased from 66, it became to 61 only. And concurrent list also you will see an increase. So there is a concurrence increase in power shifted from state to union, because concurrent list is as good as union list. So it includes the important matter which are no doubt should be in the union list, like defense, armed force, ammunition, explosive, nuclear, CBI, foreign relations. So anything related to foreign relation, anything related to war, armed force, etc. will always be in list 1. Then United Nations Organization. The surprising part is tax on newspaper. Are you kidding me? Seriously, tax on newspaper. Anyways, pilgrimage to place outside India. So here you will see pilgrimage in India is in state list, pilgrimage to outside India is in union list. Then railways, obviously we have railway budget, ports, airways, any mode of transit, ships, insurance, banking, opium, film, censors, census, UPSC, audit of accounts of unions and states, and all major taxes like corporate tax, income tax. So anything which is related to agriculture has to come in the state list. Just remember this golden point. You will never be wrong. Agriculture is in state list. So state list contains 61 items. Originally they were 66. So it includes public order, prisons, police, high courts, anything which is related to law and order. Then local government, obviously municipalities. Then intoxicating liquors. We all know petrol and liquor are the two major important source of state revenue. Then relief of disabled, unemployed. Then obviously it has to do trivial things like burial grounds, agriculture, water, mines, gas, money lending, gambling, betting, excise duty on liquor, opium, hemp, taxes on animals and boats, toll tax, taxes on professions, trades, callings, employments, capitation tax, taxes on luxury. No need to remember entire list. No need to remember. They are just for fun purposes. But the important thing is, if one thing or the other comes up, you should be able to solve an MCQ. That is the whole point of this exercise. And you should have a general sense what kind of items are present in state list and what kind of items are present in union list and concurrent list. So we move on to the concurrent list. Concurrent list includes, earlier it was 47, increased to 52. So we see here criminal law, civil law, including IPC, CRPC, marriage, divorce, infants, adoption, will, bankruptcy, insolvency, trust, trustees, wildlife, drugs, planning, factories. See, drugs includes medicines, not other drugs which you are thinking. They include medicines and all. Newspaper, books and printing press are here, but tax on newspaper is collected by union. Electricity, legal, medical and other professions are also here. So most important thing is both center and state can make laws on concurrent list, but laws of parliament, if already existing or if made in future, will always override the state provisions. So this is important. Center has an overriding power over state provision. Forget about concurrent list. Even on a state list, parliament can make law when there are 5 conditions. First is Article 249, where Rajya Sabha, if by two-third majority passes that an issue is in national interest and parliament should legislate first. Second is Article 250, when there is an emergency on entire state or a part thereof, parliament can make law. Third, Article 252, if two or more state request parliament to make a law, let's say Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, these states come together and they say that water problem is there, so please solve the water issue and you legislate on it. So the center can legislate, no problem whatsoever, but they can't take it back. Only parliament can give them back the right to legislate again. Fourth is Article 253, for international agreement or treaty. For international treaty, if parliament make any laws that infringes upon state list, there is no problem whatsoever. Fifth, please tell me fifth, what is the fifth one? I know, but there is no point telling you right now. Please tell me so I know that you are watching this video. Then we have 8th schedule. 8th schedule, obviously I told you 8 is gate. There is gate on borders and people are fighting or writing which language they use. So the 14 languages were recognized earlier. They are Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Malayalam, Marathi, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu and Urdu. The minimum speaker are of Sanskrit. Less than 0.1% of population knew Sanskrit now, and even also the state is same. Odia, remember it is not Uriya, because 96th Constitutional Amendment Act changed its name from R to D, R and D. Now important mnemonics. See, mnemonic can be made anywhere. This is a simple mnemonic, but you'll never forget it, and you'll thank me for telling me this. Anyways, we start with mnemonic. 21 plus 71 is equals to 92. Can you see this? 1 plus 3 is equals to 4, and 4 plus 3 plus 1 plus 14 is equals to 22. That's it. So 21st Constitutional Amendment Act introduced Sindhi. Why Sindhi was introduced? Because it was a very well spoken language before independence in the Sindh region, as well as it is distributed in various parts of India including Rajasthan, Gujarat, etc. Then 71st Constitutional Amendment Act included Manipuri because Manipur was a state of India and its language was recognized. Konkani because Goa was also not part of India during independence and it was captured from Portuguese in 1961 by Operation. Please tell me the name of operation in the comments below. Then Nepali. Nepali is the language which was introduced because by 36th Amendment Act 1975, Sikkim was made an integral part of India, and Sikkim people, they speak not Sikkimese but Nepali. 21 plus 71 is 92. 1 plus 3 is 4. So 92nd Constitutional Amendment Act introduced 4 languages. That is Bodo, Dogri, Maithili and Santhali. So the total number is now 14 plus 1 plus 3 is equals to 22, and the amendments will be 21, 71, 92. Is that understood? That is how you remember things. If you make these small mnemonics, you will never falter again. So 9 was line. I automatically remember zamindars and those landlords. So it's obviously dealing with acts and regulations of state legislature. This is important. State legislature which are dealing with land reforms and abolition of zamindari system. Earlier there was just 13 act and now there are 282 acts under in the 9th schedule. The first Constitutional Amendment Act in 1951 introduced this. It was for prevention of judicial review on account of violation of fundamental rights. However, so Article 31B of the Constitution ensured that any law in the 9th schedule could not be challenged in courts and government can rationalize its program of social engineering, which was good intent back then, but obviously we have people will exploit such laws. So what happened in 282 laws including a reservation bill in Tamil Nadu which exploited the more than 50% clause. So it is more than 50% reservation in Tamil Nadu and all those acts were put there. So what happened is in 2007, have you heard of name Justice Coelho? So Justice Coelho, he ruled, Supreme Court ruled that laws included in 9th scheduled after 24th April of 1973. What happened at that date? Sachin Tendulkar was born. It is important but not here. Keshavanand Bharti case is the most important thing, which can be reviewed on grounds of violation of law of the land. Please make sure that any law which was introduced after Keshavanand Bharti case can be reviewed now. Before that cannot be reviewed. Then the 10th schedule, it deals with it is introduced by 52nd Constitutional Amendment in 1985. Rajiv Gandhi was the person or then Prime Minister who introduced it. It deals with anti-defection law. provisions, they relate to disqualification of MPs, member of Legislative Assembly, and MLC. That is, any legislature of India can be disqualified. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, MLA, MLC, anyone, on ground of defection. What do you mean by defection? We'll come to it. Defection means voluntarily giving up the membership of the political party on whose ticket he won the seat, or if he votes or abstains, even if he do not vote but he abstains from voting, either negative vote or zero vote, contrary to any direction or party whip issued by the original political party without prior permission. Even if he votes against it, or even if he abstains from voting, if they condemn it within 15 days, it is not condoning, means maaf kar dena, maafi kar di, ja beta ja, tujhe maaf kiya. So example, in Karnataka recently, this was a very very controversial issue, because what happens is, as soon as they abstain from voting, the court disqualified those members, saying that since you abstain from voting, you are already voluntarily giving up the membership. So it was very very in controversy in Yedurappa government. So anyway, then we have independent member. Independent member, he is disqualified as soon as he joins any party, period. Since he is independent, he is not supposed to join any party, because it gives an undue advantage to political parties and they can poach these members. And if he is a nominated member, what happens is, within 6 months if he join any political party, there is no problem. But after 6 months if he joined, then he is disqualified. Is that understood? Completely independent, ASAP disqualification. Nominated members within 6 months, no problem. After 6 months, disqualified. Then the chair and final arbiter is, arbiter means if there is any ambiguity, so the final decision will be taken by the speaker or the chairman of the house, as the case may be. Exception, there are two exceptions. See, this is a very very important exception. If merger happens, that is with not less than 2/3 original members, if they merge with another political party, and if any member of the original political party joins the new group, so this 2/3 separation plus any new member which is joining this group will not be considered a defection. And the left group which is left, which opts out to function as a separate group, either they have to be less than 1/3, right, or 1/3, so they can function either as an independent party or they can form any other political party. So both of them will not be considered defected. Is that understood? So old group may or may not maintain the identity of the older political party. Let's say there is a political party A. So if you defect and form political party B, so any member going from A to B will not be defected, and A can continue to remain A, or it can change its name to C. It's as simple as that. I can't make it any more simpler. This is an important exception, because before 91st amendment, what happened used to, original political party, the merger criteria was different. It was 1/3. So even a split of 1/3 would be considered good enough, but no, they say defection should be stringent and strict. So the members of the legislature may form a separate group only after 1/3, but now it is 2/3 at least, and that too with merger. So the remaining 1/3 can form a different party, or they can continue the same party. Then we have the 11th schedule. It is a vision of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the father of our nation, the revered father of our nation, the most renowned person on this planet Earth as far as non-violent and ahimsa movements are concerned. So it specifies the power, authority, and responsibility of panchayats under Article 243G. Have you heard of Schedule 9A, 9B, 9C? What are they about? Do tell me. 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992, it established three-tier government, which was the DPSP under Article 40, which is the Gandhian DPSP. Other are to promote cottage industry, to ban liquor. These, have you heard about these DSP? They are Gandhian DPSPs. I'll make a separate video on them. Cottage industry, panchayats, banning liquor, and there are more. Organization of village panchayats. This is Article 40. Three-tier government means center, state, and local government, that is municipalities and panchayati raj. PM, Prime Minister. It deals with 29 matters. I am mentioning all 29 matters. If you remember them, what happens is you will write a very very good answer. Very very good answer. So just try to remember some of them. Anything related to agriculture, land improvement, reforms, land consolidation, soil conservation, minor irrigation, not major irrigation, water management, watershed development, micro irrigation, animal husbandry, dairying, poultry, fisheries. Can you just imagine a rural area? You will visualize all these things: social and farm forestry, minor forest produce, fruits, vegetables, small scale industries, MSME industries, khadi, village, cottage industries. Remember these things. So this is also Gandhian DSP. Then rural housing under Indira Awas Yojana. Have you heard these names? Drinking water, fuel and fodder, roads, rural electrification, non-conventional energy source, biogas plant, solar plant, wind plant, poverty alleviation programs, MG and REGS, education, right to education is there, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is there, primary and secondary schools, they can build them, they can have technical training and vocational education, skill development. Have you heard of national manufacturing industrial zones? So they will create 100 million jobs by skill development by 2025, and they'll increase the percentage of manufacturing in GDP by 25%. Adult and non-formal education, so it is dealt with Sarvaksha Abhiyan, libraries, cultural activities, markets, fairs, health and sanitation. Have you heard of NRHM? Have you heard of sanitation programs? Then we have family welfare, then we have women and child development, social welfare, welfare of the weaker sections, especially SCs, STs, public distribution system, maintenance of community assets. So these are the 29. If you want to remember them, just listen to this video, go back few seconds and listen to it again. After 3-4 times you will write an awesome essay, believe me. I used to remember all of them. Then we have 12th schedule. It deals with the municipalities, that is the local governments. Extremely important. You blame all the curses on them, but traffic jam, no electricity, no water, etc. So this basically the power, authority and responsibility of municipalities in Article 243W. So it deals with the 74th Constitution of 1998 too. Do check out the Schedule 9 and its subparts. 18 matters, not 29, just 18. But you will see the corollary. Urban planning, there was rural planning including town planning. Regulation of land use, there also was land use, but it was related to agriculture and land. It is related to construction of buildings. Then planning for economic and social development, there also it was there. Roads and bridges, there also roads were there. Water supply obviously, but it was more to do with irrigation. Here it is more to drink with drinking. Then public health, it was also there. Sanitation, it is also there. Then conservancy, solid waste management was not so prevalent in village because of lack of population, but municipalities in Delhi, Mumbai, oh my god, 1.2 crore people living there. The solid waste management is a big problem. Then fire services, not so much in rural areas but very much in urban areas. Urban forestry, forest is there in Delhi or not? Yes, they are there. Karol Bagh region and other Purana Kila side, they are various forests. Then safeguarding the interest of weaker section of society, same there. Slum improvement, no provision in rural area of slum. Here slums are very important. Urban poverty alleviation, there was the rural poverty alleviation. Then provision of urban amenities like parks, gardens, etc. Promotion of cultural, educational and aesthetic aspects. Then burials and burial grounds, especially electronic crematoriums. Why? Because they decrease pollution. Then cattle pounds, prevention of cruelty to animals, vital statistics including registration of births and deaths, because so many births happened in cities like Delhi, Jaipur, Agra, Lucknow, Kanpur, Mumbai, Kolkata, etc. Then public amenities like sanitation, roads, etc. Then public conveniences, obviously. Then regulation of slaughterhouses and tanneries. So this was about it of the schedule. So if you do want me to continue this polity series, because I'll not be continuing it, I am not in a mood. So if you want to change my mood, do like, share and subscribe. And liking here means hitting the thumb button here and hitting the like button on the Facebook page. And also do spread the word. Sharing helps. Literally sharing helps. We all take it for granted. Hell, I took it for granted for so many times, but no longer. But it's time for a little revolution in education. This is me. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. This was the YouTube channel and academy. This is the Facebook page, facebook.com/romansaini.official. You can tweet to me at my Twitter handle at romansaini. Do like, share and subscribe. Best of luck for your preparations.